Well, got this in my email. Thank you, Coach Shaw. I thought they were just thanking him for the season, but nope. David Shaw steps down as Stanford football head coach. Stanford's Bradford M. Freeman director of football, David Shaw, announced following Saturday's game that he will step down from his position effective immediately. Shaw, a former Stanford football student athlete and the winningest head coach in program history, leaves with a record of 96-54. Shaw was honored with a 2017 Bobby Dodd National Coach of the Year award and led Stanford to 3 Pac-12 titles and 2 Rose Bowl victories in 12 seasons. After many prayers and multiple discussions with my wife, one phrase keeps coming to me. It's time, Shaw said. There are not sufficient words to describe the love and gratitude I feel for my family, all my former and current players, my staff, this administration, and the entire Stanford family. Thank you all. The national search for Shaw's successor will begin immediately. And I would like to thank David for his immense contributions to Stanford. Jagwish Kissinger, Director of Athletics, Bernard Muir, said, David has represented Stanford football both as a player and a coach with unwavering grace, humility, and integrity. He has cared tremendously for each and every student athlete in his program while helping him pursue their full academic and athletic potential. David will forever remain a valued member of the Stanford football family and an integral part of the storied history of the program. I hope Cardinal fans everywhere would join me in thanking David and his family for their extraordinary years of service and wishing them all the best in their next chapter. Sean Muir will be available to media at a news conference on Monday morning. More details about the news conference will be shared with members of the media on Sunday. Wow. I'll follow up with more of this later. I just happened to see this. But Coach Shaw is also a friend, someone I've enjoyed talking with about football and interviewing during my coverage of the NFL draft for these many years. And going back to 2014 at Radio City Music Hall in New York. He was a class individual and an example, a role model for African-American football coaches everywhere, and an example for football coaches without consideration of color everywhere. David Shaw set a standard. He is the person that to me is most like Tom Landry in the modern era. But I think the name, image, and likeness and the turnover, the transfer protocol really caught up and hampered his ability to form the kind of Stanford football teams he wanted. More on this later. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark localnewsnowblog.com.